Talking about health and your food choices.
Now, with our busy lifestyles, we often tend to skip meals.
Or we live on fast food, which lack the full nutrition that we need. Now, it's opened up the market for fad diets and those who offer quick fixes.
But today, we're going back to basics, because that's where the secret lies, and we discuss what should be included at each mealtime for some optimum nutrition. Joining us is Dietitian May Bhawan from Nutritional Solutions. May, good morning.
Thank you.
And thanks for your time.
Thanks for having me.
Well, I suppose it is after winter. We're all carrying a little extra. I'm not looking, you're going to say I'm looking at you in a particular way. We're all carrying a little extra around some sections. Yes. Where do we start? Let's start with there, about going back to basics.
So I think at the end of the day, we often so inundated with so many diets out there. And the problem is that people generally just don't know what they should be doing. And I feel that we should actually just go back to our fundamental basics of eating healthily. And that's basically trying to include a protein, a good quality, high fiber carbohydrate, increasing and including fruits and vegetables in our diet. Make sure that we're hydrated, so drinking enough water. And
so carbs are not really the enemy, yeah?
No, not at all. And I think the problem is that social media and people have made such an enemy of carbs, but it's, in actual fact, we need to look at the quality of carbs that we're taking in more than cutting out completely, because I also think, you know, yes, you could probably cut it out for a period of time, but then, you know, our diet gets quite monotonous, and then we start digging into the sweet things. So it's really looking at quality and quantity as opposed to cutting out completely. Yeah.
What about gluten-free stuff? I mean, you see every little shop nowadays, every corner has got gluten-free stuff.
Gluten-free, wheat-free, fun-free.
Yeah. So I think it's more for a patient or a client that is experiencing any gut issues, and that is an individualized approach more than just saying everyone should go gluten-free. It is also very expensive, but not that so people don't generally know that we get most of our products that are naturally gluten-free, like your rice, quinoa, beans, lentils, chickpeas, mealies. Those are all naturally gluten-free products. But people feel that they need to start buying all these products out in the stores where they actually lack so much fiber, they lack fiber and not necessarily as nutritious as, you know, you'd like to rather incorporate your normal whole grains.
So what about fruit, May? Because, I mean, we often think if we're eating fruit, we're eating absolutely healthy, but can you have too much fruit in your diet?
So yes, you can. The recommendation states about 2 to 3 fruits a day. I normally generally give about 2 fruits, and I think it's also about quantity. So not necessarily trying to do too many fruits in one go.
Okay, 2 apples a day, is it 2 fruit a day, or is it 1 fruit a day?
No. So that's 2 portions a day, yeah.
That's 2 portions.
But try to split them up if you can. So I would do 1 mid-morning and 1 mid-afternoon.
That was a nice try. You're trying to sneak in more fruit. I saw what you're doing there. You brought us very interesting platter, which we can't eat because I just want you to know it's all rubber. Okay, we did try and take a bite out of the steak. It wasn't working out. So tell us what's going on here. What do you show people?
These are just depicting, you know, a general portion of a protein. So this is a chicken portion, and these are obviously my veggies, my beans and beans.
I'm going to push them forward so our camera can actually see away here. Sorry, this way.
And then this is also a pasta portion. So these are just generally just showing you what is one unit. It might not be for everyone, but just to get a guideline that, you know, we can easily overeat when we are having certain, you know, meal options. So with pasta, I mean, I don't think anyone's actually going to do a half a cup of pasta, but it's saying that when we are at a restaurant, maybe ordering a half a portion and including a salad with that meal.
Okay, May,
so just being a bit more aware of quantity.
Yeah, before we conclude, I mean, people are very busy nowadays. We live in the cities and people are on the go all the time. Very basic tip. I mean, what should you include per meal? You know, just quickly, you know, what should be in a breakfast, what should be at lunch, what should be a snack, and what should be a dinner?
So for me, I would suggest if we're doing like a cooked oats breakfast, I would definitely cook it with a little bit of milk, so using your dairy as a source of protein, and then including a fruit for a bit of extra fiber and extra sweetness, so without having to add any sugar in that. And then for lunch, again, trying to add a protein, a good quality high fiber carb, and extra salad or vegetables, whatever you may have on hand. And then dinner, also trying to keep protein, high fiber carb and veg. Depending on that client, whether they are trying to do sort of a weight loss diet, sort of losing weight or weight maintenance or weight gain, that will obviously depend on their ratio.
Okay, so there's a lot you can have if you do it right.
Yeah, just have to make sure you include it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, May.
Pleasure.
All right.